What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to Robots How It Should Be. On my own Robots account, it's been a while, right? You can see some crazy instant win stuff here with my Strider boy. But yeah, so why is Robots as it should be? Because the entire drones feature has been disabled now until at least until the 8.8 update, where they will be coming back, but at least in a less severe or significant state. And yeah, now without drones, ladies and gentlemen, I actually lose robots. Can you believe it? I need more than one robot and one Titan for an entire battle now. Unreal. And a very good example is this right here. Normally I would run in with a Ravana, I get the pop-up shield popping up every 3 seconds, then I use Transcendence, I shoot, then the pop-up shield comes again and I can shoot for free. Take no damage, but take the enemy out, right? And look what happens now when I try to do the exact same thing that I typically would do with the drones. I run in, multiple guys shooting me, doesn't matter. Well, actually, wait a minute, now it does matter and I'm dead. You have to be careful now. You can't just walk in and expect that drone to take care of everything for you, right? And that's literally what it was before. You didn't have to worry about anything because this thing, without even pressing a button, passively did everything for you. And it's just, really, it just overshadowed the entire game. I'm so glad the drones are right now not active. I'm less glad that they will be coming back, but at least they will not be as well dominant as they were before after they come back, right? And the crazy thing is, right? You need to see we still have pilots. We still have all these massive pilot skills. We still have the active modules, the passive modules, the battleships with all their crazy slowing fields and shield boosts and HP fixes and whatnot, plus the damage, right? We all have all of that still, plus robot abilities and so on. But the only thing that's not here now, and I'm using the battleship now, slowing him down, the only thing that's not here is the drones feature. It's one thing. And it makes such an incredible gameplay difference. The gameplay is so much more smooth and free-flowing. The combat is so much more fun and less obstructed. I really enjoy it so much, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me in the comments what you think about this. If you want, you can stop right now and tell me, because I would really like to hear what you think. I'm guessing that bots. Look at this guy. He got completely deleted. Sorry, friend. If you had known I was gonna do that with you, you probably would have activated that shield. But look how fast my Sharenga dies, man. It's such a pushover. I think I'm gonna switch over to a different Titan soon because, man, this thing is so worthless now. You're such a toy. You're like a toy Titan compared to what the other Titans are. Maybe not so much the Yao Ming, but those Aethers, those Indras, Luchadors, Minos even, like everybody is just having fun with you when you're playing the Sharenga. You have no way of healing yourself. You have no way of protecting yourself. Even noble robots just stand between your legs and they just destroy you from there. You can't really fight them. But yeah, so I would really like to hear what you think, because I'm sure that the overwhelming majority, like 90% of all people, I've seen some polls online where it was like this, where people say, yeah, no, we don't want those freaking drones, it's better this way. Yeah, look, this guy, for example, he's now disabled. I had him with the Blackout ability from the Typhon, and I can actually deal damage to him now. Previously, you got hit by the Typhon ability. Don't worry about it. You still have that drone that does 70% for you. So you might not be able to walk, you might not be able to shoot, but the drone is still there, and that means you're invincible, pretty much, right? It's just, it was so bad. Yeah, so hopefully this will never be like this again. And yeah, by the way, if you like the content, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. We're literally in grabbing distance of the 400,000 subs right now. And yeah, that would be so amazing. Now this guy, he can shield bypass my battleship shield, but thankfully he missed many of his shots. I'm gonna be able to start flying again. This is, by the way, my last robot. It's my last robot. When was the last time you've seen me on my last robot in War Robots? I don't remember. I don't know. It must be an incredibly long time ago that I was on my last robot, because typically I use 1 or 2 robots tops plus a Titan and I get through the entire match with this. No more, right? Yeah, I'm almost dead with my last robot too. It's crazy. So here comes an angler. I'm gonna start to fly because I need to get away from him. I don't want to get hit by his area effect, nor do I want to get blinded by him. There's another angler. I'm retreating back behind my Titan friend in cover, which is great that he's just coming up here. Taking some heat off me here, giving myself an extra shield, staying out of the range of the enemy rockets there, and shooting from here now. Making a difference even though I'm almost dead. You have to play careful, it's so good. It's so much more of a game of skill now, because if you make a wrong move, you just get killed. It's that simple. Yeah, if you walk out in the open, you can't rely on that drone to protect you, and it's so good. And I'm not saying it's strictly a game of skills, because if you hop into an angler or you do this, for example, I mean, I'm trying to be safe from the right, I'm trying to be safe from the left, but these stupid homing bullets, they just get me and kill me, like whatever. Nothing I can do about it. But you know, if you also here the spear capries, for example, right, massive meta content. Requires so much less skills than some other setups, or of course the angler. But overall, now with the drone's absence, it brings skills so much more back into the game. So much difference it actually makes, and I appreciate it. Really enjoy it. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to play War Robots right now. Play it now and feel how the game plays without those drones, and then tell me in the comments. So I get sniped by these Typhons with their hazard, I think the weapon is called. They're quite snipey. Another spear capri here. Thankfully he's slowed and I can do a ton of damage to him. Getting into my Transcendence now. He's coming out. He doesn't like me, I think. He's constantly looking at my way. But the thing is, with the Ravana, if you just focus him, he will just use his Transcendence, and then, you know, you can't kill him. Boop. So, starting to heal up, maybe? Yes? Okay, I'm doing it now. Also giving a battleship support, slowing down the Typhons up there, and I think it's time to take them down. I feel like also the enemy team really needed... the sniping is good and all, and it does a lot of damage and a lot of killing too, but I think the enemy team really needed their players as cappers in this moment. But although they do have a bit of a return now. Comeback, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. And I'm killed again. It's every time I die with my Ravana, I'm surprised because it feels like it's too fast. By the way, here comes the most insane situation with a Sharenga that you can be in, okay? I told you the Sharenga is an absolute pushover, and I'm probably gonna switch to a different Titan because it's so weak. Somehow we have 900,000 HP, and on a Sharenga it feels like 300,000. I'm not even joking. Every single time I feel like I only have 300,000 HP. But at least in this one situation, I was able to put the Sharenga where it mattered. I put this thing in the perfect position where it can do so much difference on the battlefield. Right here, from behind this cover, I'm just sniping this Heimdall into a different dimension. And also here, now okay, this guy's flying up, but look where I am. I'm in the perfect spot right here where I can shoot over cover, and although the enemy Titans are much more powerful than mine, from this position, I can drop him. I can take him down. Also the Seraph here, and I can defend this beacon in front of me. That they just bring so many things. The Seraphs, Titans, they bring all of it. They will bring the shell. They will bring Capris. It doesn't matter. I'm here. And that means this beacon is off limits. And also it's because the drone shields are not there, right? I would never be able to stop this shell robot before he reaches me if it wasn't for the absence of drones and no more pop-up shields. I can actually do my job with this damage-dealing Titan here. And that's really what this is. This is only a damage dealer. Zero defense. Zero defensive capabilities. What feels like zero resistance and no HP even. But it has massive offensive damage capabilities. And that's what I can play out this card exceptionally well from this position here. That was the perfect spot for this one Sharenga to be in at that very moment, at that very place. And I'm happy I found this. Yeah, and you see how much they bring, right? They bring everything right here, but they just can't get this beacon. It's all the way safe right now. Look how much stuff lays on the beacon, by the way. It's all those Seraphs that get killed. They don't just die, they lose all their pieces now. I just realized the beacon is full of crap there. It's just scrap metal laying all over the place. Yeah, so, poop, there he goes. And this guy as well, pop, 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 pop. Actually, wait, it's an angler. Anglers don't get killed. Why do they need a physical shield? Why pick Sunny give them a physical shield? Did they really need a physical shield? Really? Don't you think they have enough offensive and defensive capabilities as it is? No, they need a physical shield on top. Of course they do. First weapon goes, second weapon goes, and here I'm left with only one weapon. It's Manni-Gaming and Pop. But man, I made that frickin' Sharinga count, I think. I really did. And now I use my angler killer. This Typhon is actually my angler dropper. Yeah, because this thing does a lot of damage with the shotguns against these anglers. I can sometimes disable there and black them out before they get into the next ability, which means it gives us an extra few seconds before they get invincible again. And also, I don't have to worry about their physical shields with these weapons. Look how this angler just dropped. Look how I dropped him by like 80% there. And then I disabled him, he can't get into another ability, because he was blackout and pop, he was gone. I'm still getting shot by the other angler, but he's coming in. I'm waiting and baiting his ability here, waiting for him to come out of that, and now it's time to deal some good damage to him. Yep, and boof, there you go, buddy. Nice. I like that Typhon with these mace weapons. Or hammer? Cudgel? No, Cudgel is the small one. Mace is the medium one, yeah. 7.8 million damage, 11 kills, 3 beacons capped, and I really felt like that Sharinga showed what it can do in this one particular situation, which, again, doesn't very often happen. Now, let's get into the third and last battle, ladies and gentlemen. Also, something very odd is going to happen here. Because we're going to have one of those weird, funny desyncs again, where, you know, we have some robot corpses standing around from the enemy team doing nothing. You'll see that in just a second. You also see that I swapped to, what's it called here? Claw. Yeah, that's right. I swapped to Claw. It's only Mark 2. I don't have the tokens. I can't Mark 3 it, but it's still good. It's a powerful weapon, and it has more range. The problem was before with the scatters I had on the Strider, I really never had the ability to just... Oh, by the way, I see that the Imugi wants to go for our beacon. I'm like, no, sir! Foo! And I just jumped through the entire map. Yeah, before with the scatter, I really was out of range most of the time, and I had to get so close. And now the damage output is pretty good from these things, and at the same time, I don't have to worry so much about range all the time. And, yeah. Also, short fixed reload and then you're back with full firepower. But nobody plays the Strider anymore, really. It has become such a signature move. When you see a Strider around, it's probably Manni-Gaming. Because, man, nobody plays this thing. It's such a wimp. I mean, look at this Ravana, for example. He's using shotguns. He's literally shooting shotguns at range at me. And I have a blue shield that absorbs his shotguns first. Look at my HP. He opens fire at more than 200 meters, drops my entire blue shield, and drops my entire Strider down to last stand in a single clip. He only opened fire with a single... He surprised himself. You can tell he's like, whoa, what did I just do to him at that range? Let's finish him off. He surprised himself. It's such a pushover. This Strider is such a wimp, man. But you know what? I like him because he's tricky and he can play tricks on you. He can cap beacons very quickly and, you know, be the first on beacons that you would never expect. He can get around you and quickly behind you with the dashes, and he can be a tricky player. And that's what I like about him, right? And, yeah, so let's drop this dude real quick. Look how much damage he just did in this short time. He dropped me to 40% with his 5 shots he did with the shotguns. And he did this much damage without drones. Now give this guy drones on top and think what happens then. Let him deal double damage with drones and have resistance on top and be protected with absorber shields. You know, it's so much difference. And here, I think, is the first guy who had a desync, although this guy may actually just be AFK, because typically when they have a desync, or I'm desynced with them, whatever, then I also can't deal damage to them. So here we have, look at my HP, I have 240,000 HP. Just look how fast I drive. Pop, 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 and I'm instantly dead. Every time this happens to me without these drones, I'd be like, what? How it just happened, man? I was just there with I was just fine a second ago, and a second later, I'm completely destroyed. And this every time surprises me, because I'm so used to relying on these massive drones. I don't know who I just killed. I just killed somebody that I wasn't even aiming at. Here goes this guy as well, and then comes the Imugi out of the stealth, giving me a few seconds time to drop him, and there we go, boom. And here comes the desync. You see this Titan, the Arthur, he's walking in, everything is fine, he's shooting, he's walking, and then pop, some stuttering happens, and all of a sudden, we see one guy to the right, another guy to the right, right? 2 guys on the right side, 3 enemies, 4 enemies, 5 enemies, 6 enemies, 7 enemies, 8 enemies, and a 9th enemy is on the left flank somewhere doing stuff. So you have this weird stutter, and then you have 9 enemies in front of us, and you know something is wrong. Something isn't right. This Arthur, for example, I think on his screen he is playing his Arthur, but on my screen he's just standing there, and I can't attack him. By the way, just take a look at the pushoverness of the Sharenga. 1-on-1 versus the Aether Titan. He's got the same weapons that I have. Okay, I already lost a little bit of health, but I think he did too. No, he's full. Okay, just take a look at the difference, okay? We're both shooting at each other. Boom. Boom. He shoots 2 times. I'm down to 30% health. I just lost 60 or 40, 50% health in his 2 shots. I hit him twice. He loses 15%. You're such a joke with this. He is like a million times stronger with this thing. And then on top of that, he doesn't need his battleship to heal himself up all the way. He doesn't need it. He has the same... he could just heal himself as much as he wants until he reaches his gray HP state. Because he's a new Titan, and every new Titan must be able to heal, fly, have resistance, be fast, be... everything, right? So ridiculous. But whatever, it's a different topic for another day. Let's drop this Capri really quickly, and then I think I would beat this guy here in this 1-on-1. Actually, it was a 2-on-1. I would beat him too, but he gets the battleship support, and I don't have mine ready. You see, I'm reloaded now. I'm unleashing my firepower with a full clip, and he would die, but then... pop, he gets the instant HP fix with an extra shield, and that's why I couldn't finish him off with my clip. I think I would have dropped him as well, and I would have won this 2-on-1 right there. Even despite he has the jaw weapon, the really powerful one. But yeah, the hammer is also still really, really good. But that battleship support just came in at the right time for him there. So let's land, give us an extra shield here. And he drops that shield in an instant with his Mars. But thankfully the weapons he's using, the Fainter, they eventually run out of firepower. They do a ridiculous amount of damage, but once they're empty, they recharge really slowly. Oh, I think we reached the end of the match. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me in the comments what you think about this... about the drones not being in the game. I think it's so much fun to see the game without these drones. To me, this is how War Robots should be. I mean, we still have plenty of problems, like the Angler, for example. The duration of the flight ability of the Seraph, where I'm every time be like, what the hell, man? He's like 20 seconds invincible and shoots everyone in front of me. Like, there are plenty of other problems, don't get me wrong, but this biggest major, like the big elephant in the room, in my opinion, was this drone feature. And for the moment, it's not there at all. It's completely gone. And it will take a little while to come back. So, yeah, ladies and gents, make sure to use this chance, play it, and then tell me what you think about it. And again, subscribe if you haven't done it yet and if you like the video. See you around. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.